Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are here on the Citadel server. We're in the bowels of Westhill, the 4-year-old medieval town that I've been working on. And the last time we were here, we were working on the front lawn here, the green space in front of the curtain wall. And we were also mucking around with some of the tiers along the river over here for what will be an abandoned farm. And I'm looking at it now. And I think we have to maybe change the way that this path curves a little bit in order to make it look the way that we want. Obviously, I need to fill in some coarse dirt. So that might be where we start off, just where I'm seeing that right now and wanting to change it. So it'll be a pretty straightforward start to the stream, I think. Good to see everybody. I got Mad Dib, Blast Jordan, GrandpaCrafter, good to see you. Cosmic Dancer hanging out in chat. Bally, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. I'm pretty sure my inventory is still full of stuff from last time. Yeah. So we're still geared for the farm. So that's probably the best place to start. Got a creaky mic stand today. Not sure why. You know, it's funny. Something I noticed bouncing back and forth between Satisfactory and Minecraft is how quiet Minecraft is. Satisfactory always has some sort of hum, whether it's the hover pack or the machines or the build gun doing its thing. Like there always seems to be some sort of like noise, like ambient noise in the background. Whereas Minecraft, the loudest thing right now is my own footsteps. This path hasn't been textured either. Right, so here we've got like a back entrance to this farm. I feel like we should put like a little path here maybe. I feel like that shortcut would be something that would happen. Oh, I remember now. I needed to move these animals. Where were we going to put these? I have a space on the other side of the map. It's probably the best place to put them for now. Do a little walk. Get these guys out of the way. Well, that's helpful. 3, 4. Where's the 5th lead? There we go. So we'll start with a walk. Thanks for the lurk, Bali. Appreciate it. Don't start falling up and down. Oh, if I had another lead, I'd grab that pig and bring it with us. You always wish taking a lead off a post would put it back in your hand. That would make sense, right? Like, I feel like that would be the thing to do. Alice the Amazon, raiding with a party of 2. Welcome in. Thanks very much. Hey, hi, howdy. Welcome in. What were you doing on stream today, Alice? Appreciate you sharing your viewers. We're moving livestock out of my way. Because I don't decorate with them. I don't keep them on farms. I will eventually have to do something like that. But it's just too hard to keep them in a space at the moment because I don't have any like proper fences. They can walk over everything. There's no real way to keep them in a position. You guys all gonna fit somewhere over here. Guess the other cow's just coming along for the ride. do not have a big enough pen, so you guys are all just going to get zipped to the latest and greatest technology. Fence post. Good stuff. Just finished a cat farm. Looks pretty cool, but doesn't work how it should. I need to do some troubleshooting and get back to it later. Right on. I've never built a cat farm. I didn't know you could build a cat farm. I've not bothered with any of the pets. I don't find that the animals in Minecraft really kind of, we'll say do it for me. I have one. Like I have a cat because I had my early storage room in a barn had a wide open door like that. And so to keep creepers away, I just put a cat at the front. Put a barn cat there. Just to have creepers not blow us up. Do I have enough coarse dirt? Might want to get one more stack. Cats spawn around villagers, so you should be able to mess with the mechanics for a farm. Oh, very cool. That's good to know. I don't need that or that. So, right now, I'm going to go with liking this part, but not liking this part. So I'm going to dig this up a little bit. And we'll figure this out as we go. Yeah, that seems to be okay. Almost want to go down a little bit sooner here. Seems like it gets a little bit narrow. That feels a little bit better. So that feels a little on the straight side. May have to mess with that a little bit. Hey, Snuggly Boo Bear, welcome in. Do the villagers need to sit in boats for the cat farm? Oh, the boats trick the cats into thinking there is a bed. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never looked into the mechanics of adding more cats. So I tend to use the map to help me create kind of smooth looking paths or smooth feeling paths. Ultimately how it feels when you're walking down it is what I go with, but the map certainly helps with like pixel art curves and things like that. I don't think I brought a Ben over here, did I? Nope. No worries, Alice. Thanks again for the raid. Soft boy, welcome in. See, now this feels like it should be lower. Obviously, this will end up being textured. We could also do a little bit of riverscaping here too. Don't think I want to mess with that too much. And we can come back and texture this to match the other riverbanks that we've done. Thankfully, we've got a lot of reference, so when I need to do something that I've done before, I can usually find a way to just go reference something. Yeah, like I feel like this could probably have a little spot out like that. Are the lines looking... Oops. Very straight there. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it does have to come in here. That's a little bit better. Some of this, of course, is going to change depending on the paths that were here for the fields. So usually what I do is I have like a path that goes along the wall. So if we pop over here, I think it was this field that I did it. Wait for night. Hello, hello. Yeah, so we used some different stuff here, but there's usually a path that goes along by the walls. So I don't think I would do it along here, but I would certainly add it in this space. I might not connect it right away. Actually, here could be a spot where maybe it goes down. I guess probably here would be where it would go down. We'll worry about connecting things up when we do the textures. And then I don't know that we would need one down here because this is just going to be wild grass and stuff. It's not going to be actual farm because of the wall. Could I have a little one maybe? Kind of makes sense to have a path over here, you know? Have a curve around. Nice. Snuggly, thanks. I'm glad that you liked the Spawn Chunks episode. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. And I guess we'll just try to hook this up. Out of course dirt. Yeah, the week was busy. Had to fit in 3 workouts plus appointments, streaming every day. Not complaining, just, you know, full days. All of a sudden it was like 9 o'clock and I was just like, haven't checked in with family, like haven't talked to a friend, like just very, very kind of start to finish from the time you get up to the time you go to bed kind of week. So places like this, it's probably going to make more sense to have like a 2 wide path at first. And the reason why I'm not connecting them is because I don't want to lose the shape of the main path. Looks like there might be an opportunity over here to have something come down. Just kind of going with the flow and seeing what would make sense, you know, like you were running this farm and you needed to get down to the water to get something. Deja vu. Gets dark so fast. Not like Satisfactory where you have like a whole 50 minutes, it's almost an hour where the sun goes down. That's a bit of a straight line and also not the one that I was looking at. I was actually thinking about this one. Crap. GrandpaCrafter, thanks for the heads up. Humba48 asked if I remember the name of the person that talks about practical home design. No, I don't. Not off the top of my head. It's somebody I follow on TikTok, and I don't remember whether they've got their real name. I'm not even sure if they're Canadian. I have no idea. I think they are. They seem to have a really big account, though. So, like, if you looked up home decor, she's a woman. I don't guess her age, but she's, I don't know, between 35 and 45 maybe? Blonde and really articulate. Videos usually have a lot of views. So if you're looking at somebody that's got like a couple hundred views, that's not her. It's usually someone with a lot more views. Yeah, I'll have to work on this. Feels a little strange. It needs to curve out this way. Ah, it's getting there. Looks sort of organic. All right, let's go back up here. See if we can't make this feel a little bit more natural. So what I'm trying to do here is continue like this curve, and we'll have it bend and curve that way. Ah, that might be too much. Hmm. It's a difference of just a couple blocks sometimes. I'd like that to be just a little bit farther down. Gappy the guy, hello, hello. I'm doing well, just doing the pathing thing as one does. I'm not sure how wide I want to make this. I'm keeping it as 2 for now, but we'll probably end up making it at least 3. Yeah. So it feels a little chunky, but it does look a little bit better. And then we just widen the outsides with some overlap. Depending on the angle, sometimes you want to do 1 or 2. Here it's going to be a lot steeper. There, and that flows into the downward slope a lot nicer. This still feels kind of like a sharp turn. I feel like that could be a little bit smoother. We may not have room to do that though. Well, that helps a bit. Right, because that was too straight before. That's a little bit better. This feels pretty good. And then I feel like there would be some sort of connection over here. I feel like it would probably go that way. Don't know that I have blocks that I need. Oh, I might. At least to rough it out. Then we can maybe sprinkle in a little bit more mossy cobble. Don't know about tough. Tough might be a little bit too dark. That's okay. Not bad. Maybe a few too many of these. Oh, it needs something though. We could probably put a couple of bushes in there too. Yeah, we can work out some of those details later, but that's enough for me, I think, to say like, I should come back and maybe texture that later. Cool. So I think that's a decent rough layout for that. Seems like a plan. Not crazy about this part here. So maybe we'll just keep this. Keep it green for now. I feel like maybe this will curve over this way. Feels a little bit more organic. Yeah, a little bit more of a curve on that. All right. I like this whole broad strokes approach to kind of roughly planning out an area. I really have not thought much about this house, though. Oh, got another path over here. That feels kind of broad. Maybe we should narrow that up a bit. Yeah, already that feels better. Does feel very straight there, though. Yeah, it still feels very chunky. I guess trying to curve that corner. I guess the thing to do would be to make this a little bit more intense, maybe. This could be a better wall. Maybe have it come down a little bit lower here. Something like that, maybe. And then I can pull this down closer. Yeah, that's probably better. Still feels really wide here. It's a little bit better. Snuggly, this is your first time seeing West Hill on the server? Really? It's pretty big. I mean, it's consistently 4 years. I mean, the last couple of months I've been focusing on Satisfactory just because it was nice for a change and 1.0 came out. But this is it's really big. Why? There we go. It's like that's a chunk, this little square. I think it's 21 chunks by 12 or something like that. Getting low on core stairs again. I really missed the sort inventory button from Satisfactory. Yeah, I can do a quick flyby before we go for a break, Sandy. No problem. No problem. This will help give this path a bit more of an edge. Just a little bit, but it certainly helps. Bali, it's only your second time. Yeah, I guess there's a fair amount of new people in the last little while. Okay. So I think that's a decent pass at the pathing around there. We really haven't tackled much of the pathing over here, and I've really not thought much about the housing here. But this might be something we do later. Yeah, this I think is just going to be overgrown. I don't think I really need to do anything here. There should probably be some sort of wall connecting. I'm wondering actually if this wall here just kind of goes straight and stops at nothing. Kind of wondering if this should maybe curve a bit. Maybe we'll start back here. And maybe we'll go just down a tier? I don't know. Yeah, we probably have to go down a tier. I think this will be a neater edge to this farm. And then we have to just maybe connect it there somehow? I'm not sure how we would do that. That shallow? No, that's steep. I guess it would make sense for there to be maybe a path that goes along this wall. From over here. Something like that. And then this would come up. And stop there. And the path could be like a way to not have an awkward connection there. just kind of stop there. I think that gives that a kind of a unique shape. I say that, and I feel like there needs to be maybe a gate over here. A neighborly gate. That will influence what we do with the pathing in there too. Makes sense. Put a couple of hedges and stuff in there, and that would probably look pretty good. Yeah. Quite quickly becomes an entrance. I like it. All right, well, that's the first hour, so I should probably stick to my breaks. And we will figure out what's going to happen, I think. I don't know if we're going to be planning this farm, or maybe we'll come back and work more on doing some texture work up here. We do have this little green space that we can work on. I'll wait for this. I'll sleep here in a second, and I'll give a quick overview of the area. Turn on some shaders too. I'm gonna need coarse dirt, but probably not that much. Moss. Some weird shadows with these shaders. I need more mossy bricks, it looks like. Or mossy cobble. All right, what's a good point? Probably the tower, I guess. At least for now. So up here, you can see kind of like the stretch of the valley. That bridge in the distance is kind of where everything starts. This is the teleport. So when people come in to the area, they've got this path that kind of like separates when you arrive to like the experience of entering into the valley. It's pretty controlled. Obviously, we have not finished the rivers on this side. The Stone River is not done. The Westhill River, though, which is this area here, This is all textured. Everything's all finished all the way around the bend until it disappears. So all of this is done. The only thing that I don't think I touched was like this hillside, but like just at some point you have to say like, okay, that's the edge of what I'm building right now. But all of this in here is custom. And then we've got the graveyard around the side. And that's pretty cool. There's a crypt underneath it for storage. And then if you look inside, which I think, honestly, probably the bridge is a good vantage point. It might not be high enough. Let's go up here. Yeah, there we go. So we've got like the market area in there with the church. And then there's the main bridge over the Westhill River. So this river here actually snakes all the way in through the town. And then goes all the way around. Comes back up on the other side of the keep. And then goes out that way. So we've used it in all kinds of like build influences, like bridges and gates and little winches that are taking goods across the river. And there's a bridge everywhere you look. There's always a bridge over there too. That's a separate river. This one just kind of bends here and then goes out that way. It doesn't actually come into the town, but the road goes over it. So I built a bridge, and then obviously the big keep with the courtyard and the military stuff like the barracks. And up here it gets very kind of like castle-esque. And then when you go down around the bend, this is where you get into the fancier parts of town where you've got like merchants and blacksmiths and little town square, and then some fancier dwellings like houses that are nicer, bigger, mansion on the hillside, all that kind of stuff. And then the river, Stone River, comes down this way, cuts through and heads out. But you can see the Westhill River really snakes through the whole town. And there was a village here. There was a village on that river. Right there. Oh, thanks, Snuggly. Glad you like it. Again, I will emphasize, it is 4 years of streaming every weekend. And at some point in the 4 years, I started doing like every day during the week, like Wednesday through Sunday. For several years, this was the only thing that I was doing. And I've taken breaks. Like I built the iron farm. I did the moss farm a couple of years ago. That took like a month. Usually around like June, July, whenever a new Minecraft version came out, that's basically when I would take a little bit of a break. But we'll just drop down in here underneath the keep. Actually, I'll walk in through the top of the keep just so that you can see. Everything's connected. There's staircases, paths, there's doors, there's secret entrances, there's all kinds of stuff. And so, generally speaking, the basement of the keep has been my storage for a while. We have not finished decorating the inside, at least at the main hall. Most of the kitchen's done. But then when you go downstairs, right now, it's my storage. But it will eventually be like a distillery. We're going to make some copper stills and make some honey mead or something like that. But right now, the only thing that's kind of mapped in is a little dungeon with some wandering trader heads. And then I don't know what this is going to be. This is like a garbage area, I guess. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I need to take a break, folks. I will be back in 5 or 7 minutes. And you get to chat amongst yourselves and let everybody know that you're hanging out here on stream. Always good to bring in some friends. We're always trying to grow the channel. I'll be right back. Time Lord Live, thank you very much for the raid. Must have come in just as I went on a break. Appreciate it. What were you up to? Looks like you're building stuff in Minecraft. What were you working on? Folks, if you're new to my stream, if you've never been here before, then my name is Joel Duggan. I co-host and co-produce the Spawn Chunks podcast all about Minecraft with Pixel Riffs, and I do the Citadel Cafe podcast on my own with friends, but I produce it on my own, and it's all about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. The last one was about Arcane, the premiere of Arcane season 2. We have another one coming up this Wednesday where we're going to be talking about the wrap-up of season 2, which should be fun. And this is the Citadel. It's a 4-year-old medieval town build. Currently it's at night, so it's all lit up and sparkly, and we just did a little spin around. So if you're watching this in the VOD later, either here on Twitch or on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, then you'll get a quick overview. I wouldn't call it a total overview. Right. We were going to go work outside the front hall here, I think. Collaborative work on a Christmas area on our SMP. Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm getting right into it. I'm getting right in with the Thanksgiving holiday and in the States and getting into the Christmas spirit. That's fun. We've never done a Christmas area on the Citadel. That would be a fun little project to work on. So I'm going to need more of these. Probably acacia leaves. I need to make some mossy cobble. I still don't have a stone cutter. I must have left it somewhere. Right, so that's stone, slabs, cobble. I don't seem to need the stairs that much, so that's just taking up inventory space. Moss, carpets, and then probably a little bit more of the like wool and green concrete powder, saplings, lots more carpet, and I don't know, we're gonna need the green terracotta. I don't think I used it anywhere over here to great effect. Yeah, it's mostly just mossy bits. So what we've been trying to do is poke at a couple of these like straggling pieces of builds that are just hard to finish up. Still not quite sure what we're doing with this larger piece of green area up front. So like right in front of the wall. So all the way through, like this big chunk, I don't really know what we're doing. But here I thought we could at least start with some stuff. And I realize I need grass and ferns. A little bits by the water, by the swamp. Yeah, there's a marshland over here. And this kind of goes all the way to the wall. And then it drains off into the river over here. We've got a couple of these in the area, actually. Yeah, so it drains down into the river there. And then the other one is over here, much smaller. So it drains in from there. So that was proof of concept. And then when I knew that worked, I made the bigger one. Yeah, it makes sense in terms of just something cool. It doesn't make sense in terms of building a castle on top of a marshland. Like that would be a bad idea. So I had to like make sure, oops, I had to make sure that I added like bedrock kind of cropping up to show that like the marshland actually stops here and is not like underneath the castle, because like this would sink into the earth. Like if that was built on a marshland, the amount of fill that you'd have to put in there would just be astronomical. They just wouldn't do it. They wouldn't build it there. Or they would try and then learn very quickly that they should not have. I wanted grass, this kind of stuff. So there's the area up here right by the road, which is going to be pretty easy, I think, to mess around with. We can probably replace some of this with bushes. And start to fill this out a little bit. Looks pretty good. I almost want to get up a little bit higher with it. And of course we want to use the carpets to help with the edge of the path too. You're in the US and you watched A Good Place? Just like It's Okay Disney Florida. Yeah. That was a meme for a while. I liked The Good Place, but I never finished it. I think I only watched the first season. It's one of those shows that I found like really nailed the first season, but like I don't know whether I tried the second season or whether I just didn't have time. I don't remember not liking it. I just remember kind of being uninterested in pulling the trigger again, so I don't know what that says or why it was like that for me. Just like that, you know, filled in, looks pretty good. Add some depth. Could maybe add a little bit more over here. Soften up the edge of that a little bit. Yeah. Add a little carpet in here too. Although, actually that kind of takes away from what we were trying to do. It's worth finishing? Yeah. I got the twist. I got the, without revealing anything, I got the twist about Ted Danson. And I like Ted Danson. Actually, Kristen Bell was pretty good in that show too. I think there was just a couple of side characters that were bugging me a little bit, but because I think that was one of the shows that was made for like NBC, right? Like that wasn't just a streaming show. I tend to watch shows like that. I tend to watch the ones that are a little bit more streaming only. Like what's the one I watch right now? Shrinking. I like Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. I could take or leave Jason Segel, but Harrison Ford is fantastic in it, and so are all the other actors. Not to say that Jason Segel isn't a good actor. I think it's just like a matter of taste. He's not really my favorite. And that could also be the writing for the character, I should say, not just at the feet of Segel. I'm not sure if it's raining or snowing outside. We've yet to have real snow here in Nova Scotia this year. We don't often have white Christmases anymore, but usually there'll be something. It never stays, but November and December have some sort of flurry usually. Well, that I think takes care of that little grassy knoll. Not much more to do there. I just don't know what to do with this big chunk though. Seems there should be something there, but I don't know what. Maybe I just need to start bashing down some bushes and trying to figure out what's what. In the meantime, I can at least address the edge here. Oh, there's a hole there. I did not realize that. Helps soften up that edge a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I've done any of the texturing up here. think maybe I need to switch this out. That's better. That'll stay. And along here, we can just start to push in the edges. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, okay. That's done. All right, chat. What do we think? Do I just start putting in bushes? Or do we put something more interesting? I don't want to do another rock, so no rocks. Someone did suggest a tree stump, but I think if I did that, I feel like maybe here would be a good spot for that. Your partner loves shrinking? Nice. Yeah, it's a good show. Well, that's cool that The Good Place was like relevant. I find these days the tried and true is kind of lost. Like I tried watching the new Frasier show on Paramount Plus. I mean, it's okay, but it's like it's very 80s sitcom or 90s sitcom, which again is fine because that's what Frasier used to be. But like it's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say unrealistic because it's not like Frasier was realistic before, but I think it just doesn't, that style of sitcom doesn't really hold up in terms of stuff. What's the one? Upload? I haven't watched it, but it's been highly recommended. Schitt's Creek. I tried to get into Schitt's Creek. It is not my bag. Not my favorite. I don't like awkward comedy. And that's not to say that it's bad. That's to say that I know that I don't like it. So I tend to not enjoy stuff like that. I don't find Eugene Levy very funny. I think that's the main crux of all that. I liked, is it Catherine O'Hare is her name? I find her very funny. Oh, it's so much awkward in Schitt's Creek. Yeah, 100%. It's the one-liners from Catherine O'Hare when she's off camera that got me. Those are funny. But that's not awkward comedy. That's witty comedy, right? That's good writing. It's the two characters staring at one another with really awkward stuff happening around them. Don't like it at all. Can't stand it. And so much these days in terms of TV shows is awkward comedy. Movies as well. Not my favorite. Yeah, I'm really stumped. Pardon the pun. Thinking about doing an actual stump. Well, since I've mentioned it twice now, we might as well at least give it a go and see what it looks like. I have all the wood out here, I think. Oh, I don't. There is a tree stump that I did somewhere else. It's not very big though. I think I have to do like a 2x2, which is going to be challenging because of course they only have the one ring sort of thing. So I'll have to do it with maybe stripped wood. That is the first time it's rained this stream. That's unique. Normally I have to deal with all kinds of gross weather in Minecraft. Why am I not wearing my boots? It's very odd. Wood. We'll need those two for sure. And everything else I think I have out there. Take the scenic route. So yeah, if there was a tree, probably like right around there maybe. Makes sense. Maybe should have grabbed dark oak, but we'll have to see. I may need to do all over bark. I don't know how that's going to work. GrandpaCrafter, thanks very much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Kind of right here. Maybe to the left a little bit. It feels very strange. I think it may have to be slabs, but like I don't have brown slabs that actually work like a tree stump. Feels kind of close to the edge. Yeah, maybe we'll move it back to here. Yeah, that's better. I don't know how I feel about it being so high though. That could help us. And we can obviously come back and do more texture and stuff later. trying to want to make it look kind of dead and weathered. That helps a little bit. Even though we can't see it, it might be good to have... Oh, that's going to have the straps on it, though. I just want to have a little bit of something there. A pressure plate might work. Take 2 of those, and I don't have any buttons, really? Wow. That's surprising. I might have to move that bush back a little bit. Kind of makes it look not like a stump. Try the pressure plate. Yeah, that's just enough to kind of make it not look flat. It's twice I've done that. Sometimes buttons can look like roots sticking out of the ground. Here it might even be worth having proper texture. Green goes nice with the moss. I need to go check to see what other textures I use. I think I need to get some muddy mangrove roots, maybe. I don't have room. Can you guys hear that helicopter going by? That was low. Yeah, so I need a little bit more like, rough stuff closer to the tree. Rooted dirt is also good. And I don't have room again. It breaks up the wall a little bit. I think this was the stuff dark. There, we have a little bit here. Try to get lighter as we get farther away from the tree. Oops. Something I really like about Satisfactory that I notice when I come back to Minecraft is that you can walk and be in your inventory at the same time in Satisfactory, and it does save you a surprising amount of time in terms of just like your flow, your build and your play. Your play. I'm not sure whether play flow is a real thing, but like the speed at which you perceive that you can play the game, I guess, is the best way to explain that. And I find that I feel like I move a lot faster in Satisfactory. I mean, I know in some ways I 100% just straight up do move faster, but there's other things I think that make you feel like you are, I guess, thinking faster, maybe. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know if it really reads as a stump. feel like this is too bright, and maybe it needs to go here. Don't remember what was there. Oh, probably that. I mean, sure. I guess it's working. Starting to look stumpy. That's the goal, I guess. Actually, no, this might be better off just continuing that texture all the way down. Yeah. Just need a little bit of work on this side. And the one thing missing, of course, is that I didn't have the room to have grass in my inventory to make some stuff around here stick up. Can probably connect it over here. Oh, that makes a straight line. Maybe there. I feel like slab versions of organics would be helpful. I get why not, but a little organic dips would feel so much more real. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think having like leaf slabs, they would really help with custom trees. But also just even moss slabs would be good. I don't know. I'm sure that the thing is, like, if you and I here on Twitch have thought about it, then Mojang has thought about it, and there's a reason why they didn't do it, right? Like, I'm sure in playtesting or in World Gen or like there's something that there's like, nope, can't do it. It could also just be like the floodgates that open, right? Like if you give moss slabs to everybody and you don't do leaf slabs and you don't do slabs and something else, then it's like, well, we can't have, you know, another 60 or 80 blocks added to the game in one go, right? And even if they do decide, yes, we want to do that, we have decided we are adding the thing, they're not going to roll it all out at once, right? Like if you come up with an idea like that, you're probably going to sit on it and release it in stages over the next 5 years because it's not a service game, right? Like it just, yeah, no, exactly. The inventory stuff, it wouldn't help the inventory either. I wanted to get some grass. I don't need that anymore. I think I'm good for those. Oh, I meant to bring some bone meal. Do I even have bone meal up here? I hope I do. I normally keep some in one of these. Oh, I don't. That's annoying. I love that you can plant grass on some of this stuff. I might have to switch this. Not that you can really see that, but where's the path? I mean, it sort of fills in a bit of the space, but like, it really doesn't help us out for this whole area. I like the story it tells that there used to be a tree there and it was cut down. That's cool. Nope. Maybe in here. I was just scrolling on Twitch and found your stream. Were you on the Imp and Skids podcast? Yep. Myself and Johnny Pixel Riffs. We were on because we do the Spawn Chunks podcast, and Impulse has been on the Spawn Chunks 3 times, I think. Tara Jane, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. And thanks for coming in and saying hi. I'm glad you enjoyed the Imp and Skids podcast, the episode that we did. I mean, it's a good podcast anyway, but I particularly enjoyed the conversation that we had on that show. It was very cool. And thanks for letting me know that you kind of found me organically on Twitch. That doesn't happen very often. I don't think that Twitch puts me that high on the category meters. Yeah, I mean, we're slowly kind of getting there. That takes care of a chunk of that, but it's still not like, it's so much space. Plus we've got down here too. Really not sure. I feel like we could probably put like another bush back here somewhere. Definitely need some more grass. You thought I recognized you, so you might as well pop in. No, that's great. I appreciate it. And that's the thing that's nice about being on camera now on YouTube and on Twitch. I mean, it's so here's a question, both for Tara Jane, but anybody else in my chat that's been around for a while. Do you think I should increase the size of the face cam? I was noticing that some of the other streamers that I follow are a little bit bigger. I based it off of Whip's cam. But he might be bigger in frame, but my frame size is the same. I guess it depends on the game too. I know that Tango looks bigger, but Tango doesn't have a box. Like he's got a green screen, and I can't do a green screen. I don't have the room. I do have more lights coming, by the way. As I look over here at my camera on my second monitor, I realize that it's gotten overcast outside and I've lost the natural light coming in the studio. I don't have a lot of great lights. I've got enough for that, so it's not terrible. But I just ordered on Amazon. I got some soft boxes, one for each side. So one for when I'm at the Mac when I'm doing the podcast, and then one when I'm here. And the one when I'm here will probably be up in, where's my camera? It'll be up in that area in front of me. Right now I'm bouncing light off of a wall over there. And so I could either bounce the softbox off the wall, off the ceiling, or I could have it right on me. It depends. But I'm happy with the image quality. My lighting needs work. Oh, thanks, Tara Jane. Yeah, I think it's just that it looks dark because it's small. It looks better because not only is it a small image, like it's a small box in the frame, I also have it on like a quarter of my monitor, so like it's really tiny. My whole stream is like the size of my hand over on my other monitor, so it's kind of hard to see. I blow it up before I start, just like double check, make sure that the shot looks okay. But during the stream, like I don't need myself on a full screen next to me. Like that would be a waste of space. I need to put some of this stuff away. That goes over here. What did I want? I wanted more grass. I feel like the grass to me is feeling very repetitive, so I'm a little bit concerned about making more of a grid. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that. Yeah, again, feeling very repetitive with the grass. Yeah, I feel like we might have to do more of these larger bushes because this is really, really helpful here. Because even though there's not much in front of it, this kind of steals the show. And I feel like if we did some more of that along here. I don't want to hide all the cool, I guess, fallen bits at the bottom. But I feel like maybe in between, like right here where there's not a lot going on, I feel like we could maybe add more of the bushes. Yeah, I feel like that could be very helpful too. I need to wrap things up. I have other things, unfortunately, that I have to get to. Would there maybe be a random growth like berry bushes or wheat? So the problem with berry bushes is they're the wrong color. They clash. They work great over in this area because it's a spruce biome. I'll show you, like around here, like we've got the berry bushes start to creep in because the grass color starts to change. And so when you get in here, the berry bushes, they really work because it's a taiga biome, right? So all in here, we've got berry bushes and random stuff that shouldn't be there. You know, so I mean, maybe not on there, but I think we've got more around the corner here. Yeah, so like they work really well along here. But in the other biome, it's a sunflower plain. Just FYI, like most of the valley out front there is a sunflower plain. Like all of this is sunflower plains. So it's very green. Not that this is the vantage point we are designing things from. Really, Minecraft? I'm trying to show things off. You know what? Not a thunderstorm. I'm just going to pull admin privileges for the sake of content creation. I really wish there was an in-game way to do that. You know, like gameplay, not just commands. So like I feel like this is working out pretty well. That I think works. We need something in that corner. Probably just like developed, you know, just grass and bushes and things like that. I still don't know what's happening there, and I don't know what to do here. Really, really not sure. Yeah, stumped. Pardon the pun. But that helps. Like at least it does seem to add something that kind of passes in front of. I mean, it's gonna be in shadow right now because of the shaders, but something that kind of passes in front of the wall and kind of makes you wonder what it is. And if you happen to be walking on this path, I think you're close enough that you can probably see like, oh, that's a tree stump. You know, like I think that's clear. It helps with a little bit of depth here as well. Yeah. So again, I feel like the leafy grass bits are a little bit repetitive, so I'm just gonna have to try and figure out what else I can do there. But then here, I guess we could just do more low stuff. You know, we'll have to take it in pieces. Oh, the cam froze again. Thanks, SweetSandi. Sorry about that, folks. It's my cam link that seems to be the problem because it happened with Lego last week too. Thankfully, the audio doesn't freeze, which would be a real pain. Yeah. Anyway, between the stump and the little bit of work we did on the farm, I feel like we're slowly starting to make some planning progress. I guess we did this too. This little area looks nice. So yeah. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm Joel Duggan, very easy to find. You can, of course, check out things like the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcasts. They're both free wherever you find your podcasts. And you also have opportunities to follow on new places like Blue Sky. I'm on TikTok. It's joel.duggan on TikTok if you want to watch some shorts. They're on Joel Duggan VODs as well. So depending on where you like to hang your short video hat, you can watch on TikTok. You can watch on YouTube Shorts, depending on where you like to watch that kind of stuff. And they're mostly clips from Twitch. There's more Satisfactory clips than there are Minecraft clips, but that's because I haven't been playing Minecraft the last little while. We're just kind of getting back into it. And of course, new episode of the Spawn Chunks on Monday. That is going to be about the Garden Awakens, the name drop, and the date, which is, I think, Tuesday when that comes out. So there's lots of things happening in Minecraft this coming week. So I'll be back on, I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm thinking about adjusting my stream time in December. We do record extra podcasts so that we can have some stuff go up over the holidays and still have time with our families. So my streaming schedule in December is going to be a little bit helter-skelter. But I'll be sticking to the days as best I can. You can support on Patreon if you'd like to help me stream more often and help that be consistent in the new year. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. $2 a month, cheaper than a cup of coffee, and it does a great deal to help me stream. And anything that you want to do that's free to help out is great too. Tell a friend, share the stream on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you'd like to do. I really appreciate it. It's a really great way for the channel to grow organically. If you're not tripping over us like Tara Jane did here on Twitch this afternoon, then by all means, share it around. It's a great way to bring in some friends, and then you're going to have friends in chat and everybody has a good time. So thanks again for the support today, folks. Thanks for a great week, and I'll see you next time. We're going to send you on to False Symmetry playing Minecraft. Bye for now.